everybody, and here we are Thursday morning for another Gung set. Energy this morning's a bit subdued, I suppose is the word that I would use for it. But at least that's how it feels here in England, Bournemouth, Christchurch. Just a little bit sort of, yeah, subdued. That's the best way to describe it. So let's see if we can boost that up and get ourselves ready for the day. Turn your foot 45 degrees to the corner, other foot on the floor, just resting, and rock the foot back and forth, just to loosen off the leg. So you're not putting any force down through the leg, you're just rocking. And swap to the other side. And then just pick up the ankle, shake off the foot. Other side. Picking up the knee, circle the foot round. Back the other way. And change. Back the way. And change. Feet together. Circling the knees. And back the other way. Come up, find your shoulder width, turn at the toes, turn at the heels. Let yourself settle down onto the legs comfortably, spreading the feet, and then just circle the hips round. The way. Circling the shoulders. And back the other way. Change. So allowing yourself just to settle down onto the feet, create our alignments. So softening the feet, softening the ankles, softening the knees, and the hips. Let the tailbone tuck under as though you're sitting down on a bar stool. Shoulders come back to rest comfortably over the hips, so you elongate the spine. Pull the chin back slightly to create the stretch in the neck and the upper back. And then just keeping the bones standing upright. Let all the muscles release, relax, stretch out, and sink. Body just moves so it can find itself a comfortable position on how it wants to stand. Let the shoulder joints open. Let the upper arms soften so that the elbows can open. The forearms soften so that the wrists can open. And softening the hands and the fingers. Just allow yourself to breathe into your belly, so as you breathe in, the belly opens up. And as you breathe out, the belly closes down. You're not trying to do anything clever with the breathing at the moment, just getting your breathing to become regular and smooth. Softening the chest as you go. Releasing any resistance in the diaphragm. Softening the belly. Finding that comfort. Clearing the mind. Let your awareness sink down as deeply into your body as you can. You're trying to get down towards the belly, but don't worry about forcing it, just allow that to happen. Being aware of your breathing. And we start, bring the hands up the center line. Turn over the palms, take them up over the head. Have a little bit of a stretch this morning. And then breathing out, circling the hands down, nice and gently. Breathe in, come up. And breathe out, circling the hands down. And as they pass the shoulders, just sink into the hips by tucking the tailbone under, bending the thighs. Then breathing in, come up. And breathe out. One more. Bring the hands up the center line to the chest. Turn the palms to the floor, breathe out, just let the hands come down. Rest by the sides, again, recreate your alignments. So softening the feet, the ankles, the knees, Hips, tuck the tailbone under, shoulders come back to rest comfortably over the hips. Chin comes back to create the stretch in the spine. Bones floating in space. Muscles release, relax, sink down. Breathing in, the hands come up to the chest. Breathing out, take the left hand up, right hand down. Breathing in. Breathe out, swap the hands. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, sinking down, tucking the tailbone under, sitting down through the thighs. Breathing in, come up from the feet. And breathe out. One more. Change, bring the hands up to the chest. And as you breathe out, let the hands come down. Again, recreate your alignments, softening the feet, the ankles, knees, hips. Tailbone tucks under as though you're sitting down on a bar stool. Shoulders come back to rest comfortably over the hips. Pull the chin back slightly to elongate and stretch the spine. And then bones floating in space. Allow the muscles to release and sink down. Then bring the hands up to the sides. Don't pull the fingers back, you're not pulling your shoulder blades together. Don't let the hands come round too far in front because that pushes the shoulder blades apart. There's a neutral space where the shoulder blades can just rest easily, the shoulders can release, the elbows can sink, and the hands can just float. And then swing left hand in front, right hand behind, come up and swap, come up and swap. So you're disengaging the shoulders at this point so that the arms can swing as though they're a piece of rope. And just allow yourself just to Continue to sink down through into the feet. Keep the tailbone tucked under. Disengaging the shoulder blades. Releasing the muscles down the spine. And just allow the arms to swing freely. So if they're going to become a piece of rope, the bones don't bend. So it's a matter of releasing all the muscles and opening up the joints so that the arms can swing comfortably. And then we're going to engage the waist. So as my right hand swings in front, I'm turning my waist to the left, and then the waist squares and the hands float up, and then I turn to the right, waist squares, hands float up. So the movement of the arms now becomes a function of the waist turning, the shoulders turning in line with the hips, softening your legs so you're not twisting down through the knees. Softening your shoulders, keeping the tailbone tucked under, and just turn. We're not twisting, we're just turning the waist. Just watch your knee joints, make sure you're not twisting down through to the knee and transferring torque down into the ankle. So the legs are soft, so they can act as proper shock absorbers without impacting on the knee joints and the ankle joints. Softening the muscles down either side of the spine. And keep yourself standing upright so your rotation should be around the spine, moving from your center. So you're sitting back against the spine and into the pelvis. And letting your breathing just become regular and smooth at a pattern that works for you. And then change. Just let the hands come to rest. Bring your hands up the center line and then just push out, pushing down. Again, recreating your alignment, so softening your feet, ankles, knees, hips, tailbone tucks under, shoulders come back to rest comfortably over the hips. Chin comes back to create a stretch in the spine. Then all the bones floating in space, let the muscles release down. Again, breathing into your belly, opening the belly up as you breathe in, closing the belly down as you breathe out. And then palms to the floor and bring the hands forward, breathing in. Don't lean, keep your weight evenly spaced. And as you breathe out, elbows drop, wrists drop down. Breathing in, come up. Breathing out, elbows drops, wrists drop, sinking into the thighs, tucking the tailbone under, breathing out. On the in-breath, coming up from the feet, through to the fingertips, and then breathing out, sinking down. Keeping the weight evenly spaced so you're not leaning forward or back or to either side. And then really release the shoulders, the arms. And one more. And just turning the fingertips to the right, circling up. Right hand in front of the face, the left hand continues the circle down. Both palms face the floor, holding a ball in the center line. So you're not holding an energy ball or anything like that, you're just forming a ball shape. Sitting your weight back against the spine, into the pelvis. Breathe in. And breathe out, just turn the waist to the right to bring the hands across. And then as you breathe in, swap the hands and the waist turns back to the center. Then breathing out, turn the waist over to the left. Breathe in, swap the palms, square the hips. And breathing out. And breathing in. Softening the hips, tucking the tailbone under so you're not transferring torque down through the legs. The legs can support you comfortably. Making sure the shoulders are not leaning forward, so the shoulder blades are neutral, they're not separating or coming together. Turning around the spine, relaxing all the muscles off down either side of the spine. And as you breathe into the belly, see if you can get your awareness or your mind intent to sink into the body. And one more. Circling the left hand up, or the lower hand up, so that both hands come up to chest height. And then breathe out, let the hands just come down by the sides. Again, softening the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips. Tuck your tailbone under, shoulders resting comfortably over the hips. Chin comes back slightly to create the stretch in the spine. Bones upright, floating in space. And then all the muscles and soft tissue release, sinking down. Bring the hands up. Again, keeping the shoulder blades neutral, the shoulders released, elbows sunk. Wiggling the fingers at the ends of the arms. Bring the hands down, circling the hands at the ends of the arms. change. Breathing in, coming up onto the toes. Breathe out, let yourself drop. Breathing in and breathe out. Breathing in and breathe out. So do be careful, because coming up onto the toes does tend to make you want to lean forward. But you're trying to keep your movement being more in the vertical plane. God, think then, vertical plane. And one more. And relax. Just give the body a little shake, just to waken everything up. So thank you so very much for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed that. Energy's still a bit subdued this morning, but things are starting to move and feel a bit more with it. If you have any comments or questions, or you'd like to share any experiences, please put them in the comments below, because it's always fascinating to get feedback, and it's always nice to hear what people think about this. And if you could tag, share and like, that would be fantastic as well. I'll be back again 7 o'clock tomorrow morning for another weekday, everyday Qigong session. And that's all I have to say for now. Thank you for joining me. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.